Welcome back to the channel.
So tonight is finally the night where we go see the Backstreet Boys at the spa.
So if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe.
Come get lost with us.
Look at that angry ball.
He's hot.
Fabulous limo service. So we're waiting for our car out front. We'll see where it is. Into the limo, we got free beer, free water, and then free champagne. Fancy. Well, we're on our way.
My first rodeo opening a bottle of champagne in a limousine. Where did we have champagne last time in a limo?
I'm guessing going to Love Cloud.
Oh, we went to Love Cloud.
Here's the Bluetooth system. Alright, we're going on a cruise for a little bit around Las Vegas, and then we're going to head to the venue. Our first champagne. Inception here.
We got one vertical and one horizontal.
Yeah. A couple peeks at the Sphere here. We have this housing apartment. There she is. So we'll be out a little while. Doesn't look like any Backstreet Boys related items on it right now though, which is kind of crazy. There's the Sphere, y'all. That's where we go in a little bit. There's the Millennium on the Sphere. That's pretty cool. There's where we're going now. There she is again. One last look before we head inside. It's really hard to see when it's bright out. Oh, it's even making noise. It's singing the song. You can see some of the merch. This is the outside booth. We'll check on the inside when we get in there. She's up there getting her merch. You can see her moving up now. Macy gonna show off her merch haul.
Yeah, so they had a merch van outside the venue. So the first thing that caught my eye was this Spirit jersey, because y'all know that I am a fan of Spirit jerseys. And it says Backstreet Boys at the Spirit on the back.
Nice.
And it's a Spirit jersey brand, so if you know, you know. Because I'm a cold girl, I got a white sweater.
Okay.
This will come in handy in case I get cold tonight. And then the last thing for me that I got was a t-shirt, and on the back, it has the opening weekend on it.
That's cool.
And then for Gary, because I can't leave him out, I got him this sick tee with the Backstreet Boys on the front, and it has all the dates on the back.
Fancy. Merch haul. It's neat when you have this close, you can actually see all the little circle LEDs that make up the picture. That's pretty neat. And then there's gaps between them to go right into the building. Made it into the venue. Got a cup and stuff up there. Got this stuff heading over here. We're gonna do a little bit of checking out of the actual sitch and then go to our seats. Made it to the booth for the food. What you think so far? Pretty cool.
It looks like they have lockers for it if you like wanted to put your stuff away and didn't want to have to deal with it. That's cool.
Taking it all in, all of the different Sphere decks. We are officially inside the Sphere. There's a bunch of merch on the back wall that you can buy, Backstreet Boys related, but just kind of checking out the venue. Check out down there. We're on level 200, which is where our seats are gonna be. You can see some people walking down there. Doesn't seem to be much on that level beneath us. And that's where all the food and drinks are below.
This is so cool.
Giving you an idea of the venue space pre-show. It's pretty cool. They got this weird arching thing on the top. I feel like that's trying to be straight.
Yeah, we're on the side, so it's a little curved.
pretty weird, honestly. It is a steep drop, y'all. I will show you in a second. So you can see behind us, it's very steep.
Yeah, but this is like crazy. I feel like I'm in like a spacey bubble ship. It was like the best way I could put this. So we got a souvenir soda. Yeah, Millennium cup.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A little nicer than the David Copperfield ones we got.
Yeah, these are structured nicely.
So we're gonna take in the show, just kind of check it out for a little bit. We'll show you some. If you're here early, check out the boards because it's giving you information about your Backstreet Boys. Yeah. What song do you love now but didn't before? That's aesthetic. 15 minutes to the show and you can see it's pretty packed.
Just look at how far.
Yeah, look at how far they go up there. They were doing the wave earlier. Excited?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you the same thing. Like, how excited are you for this?
It looks fun.
I'm pretty excited because the graphics already are just top tier, and we're gonna like feel the music in our seat. And there's supposed to be like winds and excited.
There's the cup we got, the commemorative cup for the event. We're about 5 minutes from the show starting. We're getting there.
1 minute. So
1 minute.
there.
Lights just went on. So I'm guessing they're coming out soon. Look at that. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit turned. They're doing a countdown apparently. We've got 8 minutes. I'm guessing Macy thought that this is going to launch. I'm going to have to agree. I think it is going to launch at this point. I'll say.
This is a strobe warning for those of you who are sensitive to light. Feel free to like fast forward to the end of the video where we give our final thoughts, or you can go over to wherever you get your podcasts and look for Awkward Chats, where we will be talking about the entirety of the show, tips, tricks, and why you should go check it out.
1 minute to go.
Contact with Millennium established. Initiating upload. Countdown sequence starts.
Right there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, there she goes. Macy was right. Look at that, y'all. Uh-oh. Our seats are vibrating.
Update. So this is going to be an updated version of our show at the Sphere because our original video, unfortunately, YouTube did not like all of the audio that we tried to put in there. We were actually trying to not put the full audio in that one, but they still had issues. So this is going to be the updated version. So if you guys watched the original, thank you. However, this one's going to be that updated one, and if you want to see the full unedited version, we are probably going to either be putting that on Patreon or maybe Substack, so make sure you guys keep an eye out on the shorts to see where you can see that full video in the future. So again, thanks for watching. So we are here to do a live watch through of our experience at the Sphere and also kind of give you guys some updated information because we went to a second show.
Yeah, so this is going to cover the entire opening weekend. We went to 2 shows in the opening weekend. So this is So how the show started off. First off, there's the Millennium spaceship. It kind of like cruises in. The video doesn't really do it justice. It really is massive. Like you feel tiny in comparison to it.
You feel like it's hovering over you. And then we kind of zoom in onto this rock meteor planet. And if you guys look in the tiny little portion right there in the bottom right-hand of your screen, you'll see the boys pop up almost instantly here in about 3, 2, maybe not.
We're looking at the ship.
And the boys are up. There they are.
So they pop up underneath the stage, directly onto it, like on a spring thing. Couple notes, legit tips here. It doesn't start at 8 p.m., though your ticket does say 8 p.m. The first day they started around like 8:15, 8:20. The second showing that we went to started at 8:30, but they all ended about the same time, about 10 to 10:30 is where it's going to end. There they are on the stage, starting to get their groove back.
Yep.
Now I will say they played to the audience a lot more the second night than they did the first night. The first night they seemed to be going a lot more through the motions and stuff, but the second night we tended to get a little more interaction from them.
Yeah, I would agree. It felt like the first night they were still trying to kind of, like it's the first night, literally opening night for this show, so I'm sure there were a lot of like trying to make sure they hit their marks and stuff, where I felt like this last show we saw was closing out the weekend, so I felt like they really gave their all because they know they're going to be off for the next 5 days.
So what song is this that they're going through?
All you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? It's larger than life.
Thank you. So they're going through larger than life right now. You can see kind of the spaceship. I was fascinated the first time I saw this. The spaceship thing was so cool. And just space itself, when they show it a little later in the thing, amazing. We'll talk about that when we get there, though.
You really feel like you're flying, especially if you stay seated.
Yeah.
You really feel the vibrations, and the screen really feels like you're moving. And honestly, these large projections of them dancing was so nice to have, especially if you're a little bit further away. Because the first night we really were a bit further away from the stage, it felt. And tonight's show, it felt like we were a lot closer. And honestly, the screen was just really nice to have. Like, you could actually see them and see their facial expressions while they danced.
Yeah, the further around the actual sphere you sit, so if you sit towards the outside, you're actually further away from the stage than you think you're going to be. Whereas if you try to sit towards the middle, you're definitely a lot closer to the stage, and you can see the stage a little better. Now, I do feel bad for the people on the floor, because all you can really see is them, and you've got this wall of screen that's huge, but it's just kind of there. And you're just getting the guys on the stage. And do not take the 100s underneath the stands, because you will have no view whatsoever of this stuff happening above you.
No, it's a completely obstructed view. You will maybe be able to narrow in and see the stage, but you're not going to see really any of the sphere at all. You might catch like a little blip of what's happening on where the screen is behind the stage, but you are going to miss out on at least 95% of the show.
Yeah, the show was good. So we're still kind of cruising through that first song as they're kind of getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, Larger Than Life. I love that they opened the show with Larger Than Life, because obviously if you're a Backstreet Boys fan, you know that this song really was kind of dedicated to the fans, to be like, you guys got us here, you're the reason why we're here, and it's just a celebration of the fans. Now this part right here I thought was so cool. I kind of felt like I was Sonic the Hedgehog collecting gold rings.
Yeah, it kind of looked to me like Stargates, though. Kind of looked like you were about to go through the Joppa Eye to some other planet.
And every time you hit that circle, the seats vibrate, whoosh, like you get
and there's like a whoosh of wind too that
Yeah.
flows over you. Now, she talks about the seats a lot. If you stand up for the concert, which again, we'll talk about a little bit at the end too, but if you stand up, it's a different experience. If you're sitting down, you're in surround sound, the seats do shake, and then you also get like gust of air. Now, they acted like it was going to snow for a later song when they were talking about it earlier, and I don't know if they just haven't figured out the effect yet or not, but we did not get snow later on in the show.
Yeah, you only get the snow falling from the actual screen. There wasn't any of that fake snow, which is soap snow.
All right, so we're on to the next song that they did.
Which is Gotta Be You. Gotta be you. Every day. Which honestly, once again, so amazing, so fantastic. It was really nice to get that Nick part where he's like, baby, it's the way you make me. Kinda make me go crazy. Never gonna stop. It's gotta be you. So yeah, so just so you can kind of get an idea of where we're at in the song. Again, like, it was really cool to see, and we were a bit further away on this night from the stage. Tonight's show, I felt like I could see them perfectly from where we were, which was such a cool aspect. And look at all the people that are down in the floor here. Like, it's crazy. There was at least, 400 to 500 people in the floor section alone.
Especially the first night. There was a little less tonight than there was the first night, but it's still pretty packed. Now, the earth on the side, the right side, is phenomenal. Like, this camera does not do it justice. It literally looks like you're peeking out on Earth to your right there. Now we're heading into the spaceship as they slowly extract.
This one was more than that.
I think so.
I will love you more than that. I won't take the words and take them back.
But it's really cool kind of like zooming out through the ship. Now, one thing I wanted to do with this video is I wasn't trying to show the whole concert, so there is pieces of the concert that you're not going to see. I just really wanted to focus on the visuals and be able to relay that to you because it was honestly amazing.
And now this scene right here, I commented on it tonight when we were at the show, but it's like a robot is fixing the lover's broken wings, which I really thought was...
That's so touching. And roses, a ton of roses. Someone likes the
roses,
roses.
yeah.
Now this I thought was amazing. It's like it goes on forever. This is us like staring up into the abyss.
If you've ever been to Caesar's Palace and been in like the Colosseum, it's kind of got that feel to it. Now, this is space. Like, this was like nebulas everywhere.
Yes.
And this was Nick's solo song from the Millennium album. And if you know, you know, it's I Need You Tonight. And the visuals for this song were just crazy. As you can see, the nebula morphs into somebody's face.
Yeah, we're not really sure who the face is. I would hope it's like their wife because he's kind of singing that song to somebody.
Yeah.
But, you know, you guys do you.
But it was just really cool to see that. And then, of course, you've got like the more bigger close-up of him. And towards the end of the song, when all the boys come in to finish the finale, this huge planet starts to come at you. And next thing you know, we're in Siberia.
I felt like this was when the planet was coming towards us was one of the first moments where you just felt like you could reach out and touch it. Now, I'm just commenting because this is Nacy's favorite song. And so she's singing it full burst to us.
Yeah, and I did it tonight too.
But thanks to the YouTube restrictions, we're not allowed to actually listen to the audio in the stadium.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys. But you know what? If we get enough comments on this video, we're going to throw the actual unrestricted on our other channel. So you're going to have to just keep an eye out for that. Now, this part was so cool to be able to like relive this tonight. You feel like you are just like in a ship going through these craters. It feels like you're moving.
Now, some choices they made, you'll see their faces on the side in the ice. There were choices made there. I'm not sure I would have made those same choices because it looks really weird.
Yeah.
And at first I didn't really realize that they were in the ice. I realized it by now, but at the beginning of the song you don't really see it. And then they're all like five like stuck in the mountain. And at times they're not singing, only one of them is. And so it's really awkward because they're kind of like going to sleep.
Yeah.
It's really choices were made here.
And what was really cool, so this angle from we were in section 203, the angle that we had tonight further over, the faces were quite centered.
Yes.
Whereas this one, I felt like we were super close to Howie.
Yes. Poor Howie.
Howie never gets any love.
Yeah, he doesn't. And so they kind of move around the stage. But one of the things we talked about personally is like sometimes, especially if this is your first time seeing it, you're gonna forget to look at them.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so overwhelmed with the visuals that are happening that it really is like, oh my gosh, they're still on the stage performing.
Mm-hmm. It was really nice coming back tonight because I felt like I didn't feel as like I needed to stare at the overhead visuals as much.
Yeah.
I really was able to kind of look down a lot more and actively engage with them singing.
Now their speeches were pretty much the same between the nights, just so you know, so it's pretty rehearsed between the whole like, what's up Vegas type of thing. This is fascinating to have a shark eating a planet.
You hit me faster than a shark attack.
Now this was amazing.
I saw your picture on the back streets back.
I mean,
All right.
not just his outfit. That's a choice for that green outfit, by the way.
I mean, that outfit is sick.
And then this random woman that they show. And then later on, it looks like their sperm are chasing towards her, and we'll show you that one.
There were decisions made.
Now, Nick, this is right before he becomes the 50-foot tall man, too. This is the song before that.
Sexuality.
There he is. I mean, their decisions to be like, hey, make me 50-foot tall, and I'm going to make a seductive face to everybody. What's up, baby? What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Now, this was really sick. I thought this was like, it was like almost like a step back in the 90s, 80s with the...
So there's only one Howie. We just passed him. You never see Howie again.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed that tonight. You don't see Howie one more time, see? You don't see him. You see him one time at the beginning, so if you're a Howie fan, make sure to keep an eye out.
You're gonna miss the Howie. Now, what's interesting is AJ sings here, but like, his avatar doesn't sing.
Yeah, his avatar doesn't sing. Now this is cool, the Razors, the old Razor phones. Now the in-between ones is actually them live on stage moving around.
Yep.
And then there's a lady in between them.
Now this was very trippy. You've got Nick holding Brian's head.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes in. And then I think the next one is Howie, but Kevin's holding his head. No, AJ. AJ's holding Howie's head.
And their heads don't really fit into the spacesuit, so they're clearly CG'd into there. Now we got the Tron one. I said this on camera, but you can't hear me. This very much felt like Tron.
Yes.
Very much had a Tron appeal to it, with the blues and the reds.
And this one was Get Another Boyfriend.
Yep. Which was a fun song. I liked the visuals for this one. It was really cool. And it's interesting that that's cameras from beforehand, but when they show the little screens, you'll sometimes see them actually dancing on stage in the effects too.
Yep.
Which you saw a little bit earlier. But these are already pre-cut stuff, which is, again, another interesting piece to it. There's pre-recorded stuff. There's actual live stuff. There's a really interesting mix between all of that. And
it was done so well, like seamlessly, I felt like, with the shots that were live shots with the pre-film shots.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
And we're
yeah, this is definitely the Tron feel. And when you, like, the seats vibrate too, like, you feel like you're moving because you're getting wind and you're getting vibration as they're doing all of these little shots. Now, this is kind of like a scene out of Star Wars, trying to, like,
get into that Death Star.
Into the Death Star here. So a little nod, I guess, maybe to Star Wars.
All right, now we got the smoke show. There's like it's like a nebula basically, becomes like this smoke cloud, and they start dancing. Mm-hmm. And which song is this, Nacy?
Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely.
So it's pretty cool. I like the nebula effect, and if you look around the stadium, it's just absolute darkness, so you can look at like the stars and stuff. And again, there they are on stage.
And Brian, I would have to say, like, Brian's voice sounded a lot better tonight than it did on the first night.
No, I would argue the opposite. I thought that Brian's voice sounded more cracky, especially tonight, than it did the first night. But we got some more smoke dancing.
And it was just like a really pretty lyrical choreography that these characters did. I love just the lyricalness of the moves that they did.
Yeah, it was really, again, really well done, especially the scene. Now the laser thing, these are funny. These are like puddles. This like laser shoots out and causes these like puddles to appear. And then they go away and then they appear again.
And your seats are vibrating during this.
Yeah, and it's really weird because the lasers actually like shoot out right above where all the suites are. So those are where the lasers are actually shooting to. Mm-hmm. And it creates like all these puddles. And then you get this. And then it turns into Doctor Strange. Basically, like, the MCU's coming. They're opening a portal for us.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh my god, Doctor Strange coming! And then this, like, starburst is just, Yes. Make sure you're sitting for this so you get the full effect if you're going.
And then they get, like, a weird, like, waffle-looking thing that's, like, floating around. It's kind of like a pocket of water, but it's not. And the laser just kind of, like, shoots right into the middle of it.
And then, like, the whole thing, like, vibrates with you, like you're trying to, like, push through another time-space continuum, I guess.
And then they do a little bit of, like, astrology. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing some different, like, constellations and stuff, which was cool. Again, the lasers were shooting out of different spots.
And you feel kind of, like, as it does the turn thing, you feel like you're on a turnstile.
Yes.
And that it's moving you to these other constellations.
Yep. And then it zooms back and starts cutting things in. So they're more like graphics and stuff, which were neat.
Yeah, so this
it's a
kind of
desert.
cuts it out to make it the desert scene that we're about to get to.
And it's interesting if you look at the small details in the desert scene, you see like post, you can see like little things in the background that sort of give it some depth, which is really cool.
Now they got to carve out where the boys are going to come out.
Yeah, their little pictures. Now all of these pictures are pretty much live the whole time, so it's basically them on stage being projected in these boxes, which was a nice touch. Again, it's got a good mix of pre-recorded stuff and live stuff. Now you can see on this camera, you can see a little bit of like the curve, especially in the middle one. It wasn't as apparent tonight, but the one thing I would say tonight when we switched positions is that, especially in the darker scenes, you could see some of the like where some of the screens end and where they began when it was really dark, which was kind of interesting to see because honestly, the whole thing is technologically amazing.
Yeah, we got a whole different perspective tonight, and if you can, go to 2 shows.
Go to 2 shows.
If you can, because you're going to see different things in each show. There's just so much to see.
All right, so now they switched outfits. Now they're in a darker outfit. And I believe AJ and Brian come out with pink hats on.
Forget what song this was.
You're not doing your job here. Gosh, our experts forgetting stuff.
If
But
I
yeah,
could
so
hear like 2 seconds of
Nick,
it.
now this is cool. The clouds move. So make sure to look up because the clouds and stuff actually move in that scene, which is really cool. You can see them with their pink hats on. So it's like a pink and then a glistening, like shiny outfit with the blacks.
I know one of them is going to be Don't Want to Lose You Now, but I don't think that's this part.
Well, Hey is the second one, so.
Yeah, so we know Hey is second. Actually, this might be Hey. It might start off with Hey. I think this is Hey.
And
because then it goes to the Shattered.
And then it shatters it. Which was really cool. We missed that. It literally like explodes. The 4 pieces explode, which then cause all this glass to go everywhere. Super loud bang, super loud sound.
Well, I don't think you need to guess what this one is.
Yeah, it's the one.
The one is apparently the one that got our video taken down.
Supposedly. Yeah.
Supposedly.
So then they do a bunch of like words over it.
It's like a sing-along.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool looking, but I feel like this is the most phoned in of all of them.
Yeah. You actually don't get any overhead graphics of them singing.
Yeah.
It's really like you're just in a lyric video.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you feel
Yes.
like you are in a lyric video.
Yeah.
Which is a cool, like you said, is like a cool take on it. But also at the same time, you're not getting any overhead visuals of them. Oh, well, maybe not.
Well, they come in eventually, yeah, in little squares, yeah. But this is kind of towards the end, so
That's true.
you've gotten most of the song underneath you before they actually come into it. And it's definitely, it kind of feels like 80s text, too.
It does.
It's a very kind of like an interesting, almost like there's some 60s and stuff, too, in there, like disco.
It's very bright, very vibrant.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a good time all around. Tonight I definitely stood up and sang. Thanks to my partners that were sitting next to me. They were like, "Get up, girl, you gotta dance." I was like, "Okay, if you say so."
Yeah, enjoy the concert however you want. Don't let people tell you to sit down if you want to stand up. That's my motto. Now here's the anus.
Or butthole.
This was the least interesting part of the show to me. They did 3 not so well known songs in the Millennium, I would say. And they're all about their moms, their family, and
Yeah, there's Back to You. They did
Spanish Eyes.
Spanish Eyes was the first one.
And Biggest Fan, or whatever that one is.
Yeah, so it was Spanish Eyes, Back to You, and then Perfect Fan.
Perfect Fan.
And like we said, like this was kind of like the I think this is still Spanish Eyes right here.
But the one thing you'll see when we didn't film it. So again, we didn't film this whole thing. But this is the one section that we sort of skipped. It was a lot of pictures of their wives with their kids, their mom for some of them.
Yeah, so now we're on to all I have to give. 'Cause my love is all that
Isn't this the chair
I
song?
can give.
So they didn't do the chair dance.
They just did the hat.
They did the hat part, yeah. But they did not do the chair dance, which is fascinating because people on the bottom can only see them. So, like, I feel like they were kind of phoning it in for the people on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could have still done your routine for them, because that's all they can really see, y'all.
Like you said, I felt like tonight because we could see them a lot better from our seats, I felt like there was a lot more crowd interaction with them. There was a lot of like hearts, there was a lot of like waves, there were a lot of like kisses being blown. So they were definitely involved with the crowd a lot more tonight than they were on Friday.
Yeah, I think they were probably nervous on the first night a little bit, which understandable. This is definitely different.
This is huge. This is a big deal.
So we did go to the DNA tour.
Yep.
So we have seen them before in Orlando, so we do have some familiarity with them, and this is definitely entirely different than that show.
Now this one is Drowning. This is the beginning of Drowning.
Yeah, which is, we get to the water scenes are pretty neat that are coming up. But this is kind of like a sun, and then it slowly like dips down into an ocean.
Yeah, like an eclipse. Is that like a solar eclipse? Like a
kind
sun
of,
eclipse, I
kind
think.
of, yeah, kind of looks like that. You definitely could say that. And there's Howie doing his like 4 stunts tonight.
There's Howie. There's a boy Howie G. Howie D. Howie D. HD. Howie D and HD.
And it's interesting that they only show it on one side. So like you have to look to the one side to see Nick, but he's not on the other side. So he could be far away from you or really close.
And so now we've made it to the water part of Drowning, and you've got, I'm gonna say that it's a solar eclipse, and you're just like going forward and
going towards the solar eclipse. Don't look at it, folks.
Don't look at it.
Blind.
Don't look at it. Now, my favorite part, now this actually did feel like it, but this right here, where the 2 walls come in and it just...
The strobing gold light.
Like the seats vibrate, y'all, too. Like for this, like the strobe effects, like you just feel like you're there, and then all of a sudden you just kind of come over the edge into the clouds, and then it's like almost like a Pandora feel.
Oh, there's our ship. There's Millennium
we found
again.
our ship. We're heading back to the ship, guys.
I'm not sure if we're on the ship or they're on the ship. I'm not really sure how that works.
It's like we're chasing it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That would work into their narcissism if we're chasing them.
Now, this was a heartfelt moment with AJ and Kevin. Kevin did have several emotional moments on the first night.
Yeah.
Compared to tonight, he actually sang The Perfect Fan. He got really choked up on Friday and couldn't get through the first part. And if you want to see that clip, it is over on my TikTok.
Lostgirlintomorrowland.
We may be posting it to shorts. We're not sure. But for right now, it is living on TikTok.
Yep.
All right.
So now when we got towards the end, that's when people really start standing up, just so you know. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. Now this is interesting. It was like a Tetris effect.
Yeah.
And the coolest part was it just went off almost indefinitely, from the screen. It really looked like it could just go forever, but it really felt like they were dropping these huge Tetris blocks.
And this is You're the One for Me, I think.
And you can see the repeating. So there's the yellow shirt person, there's the checkered, there's the red, then there's the orange guy who does a really weird dance. Try not to look at him because it's very AI-esque. You stare at him too long. And then the green lady with the pink thing, then there's the purple guy dancing around, and then it repeats. I
did get up and dance during this one, and I could only look forward because if I looked up, I got dizzy.
And you can see there's blocks occasionally showing them actually on the stage too, which is nice. But you can see it just kind of goes indefinitely, and it just kind of repeats. Again, the weirdest one to me, because I, again, was really checking this out the second show, is the guy with the hat. His dance is really strange. And at times, it really looks like he has more than 5 fingers, so it could just be totally AI-driven.
I was doing the girl in the orange. I was doing her. Now, all of a sudden, the Tetris blocks fall, and, again, I had to sit down. I was standing up, and I had to sit down because it just felt too trippy for me.
I mean, it really feels like you're moving, y'all. This camera does not do it justice. It just really feels like you're moving. Then you get this weird escalator like you're in a mall or something.
I don't think this was You're the One for Me. This was a different song, and I just can't remember what it was. My mind is blown, y'all. But it is one of the songs from their original album. I will tell you that.
Yeah, because once the original album pops out, that's when people start standing. Very Tetrisy. There's a lot going on here, and yet at the same time, it's a lot of the same things going on at different spots. All right, this was weird when they were all...
Look at Howie's face. Look at Howie's face. He's just smiling.
Yeah, this is really weird when they come out in these big spacesuits, and it's like they open the top up, and you're like, oh, it's the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, hi.
Really? Five astronauts appeared. It's just you guys. Space.
Oh, it was Quit Playing Games with My Heart. That's what it was.
Yep. Space, the final frontier, y'all.
Quit playing games with my heart. That's what that one
And
was.
so we're now having another chatty too as they get ready to start singing.
Now, this is the one I think we both thought was like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Which is Shape of My Heart.
The big old meteor that's coming towards us is a heart. And you can see they're overlaying their shadows on that. But the meteor thing is just really cool. It's like you're in space, you're moving towards it. You can feel slight breezes like brushing across you. Your seat vibrates, especially as the rock gets closer.
And the craters on this heart actually look like where your valves would be on a heart, which is kind of cool coming from a
Good to know from the organ
science
Yeah.
a science nerd.
And then we hit the cave, but instead of finding a snake thing like in Star Wars,
We're gonna
And we'll
find
find
something
Pandora.
absolutely mesmerizingly beautiful.
yeah.
Which I guess shows you, like, on the outside, like, the heart is just hardened and a little scary. And on the inside is just pure happiness and love.
Two really weird looking birds.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, I mean, yeah. But I love the yellows, the pinks, the purples, the I think it's stalagmites are in the ceiling,
Yeah.
or just stalactites, but they're all on the ceiling and it looks gorgeous. The plant life looks really cool. There's like hearts that we just passed there on the side, kind of jellyfish looking stuff.
And again, this video is not doing this screen justice. Like, it looks like a gigantic hand
Yeah.
that you're going towards. And as you can see, there's like a keyhole in the middle, which I think eventually we go through the keyhole. But just this entire scene, like standing there, taking it all in, it was just absolutely mesmerizing.
Then we hit back to space after we get done with that one. You can see that's the sort of like observation
piece.
disc that it's a distraction piece, but it's like the observation disc that launched at the beginning. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So that kind of looks at you. And right now they're dropping down cords to hook up to the stage. So on the second night we really paid attention to it. They open up 4 holes in the ceiling and then drop down strings to the deck below, and we'll show you what happens when we get there. But this is really cool. I mean, it's just like,
I feel like you're going back in the
Yeah.
ship.
and you can see them right there. There's the 4 holes.
Yep.
In the middle shot right there.
Now, at this point, we did not know what was going to happen. We didn't notice the holes. We were just like, okay, cool. And like, we were just kind of taking it in.
Yes.
This song was I Want It That Way, in case you're wondering. And we were really lucky our first night. A bunch of people did not stand up in front of us for this, so we were able to really capture the full visual from a sitting position. It was a little bit different tonight. But as you're looking around, the stage, you don't even realize the stage is like slowly creeping up.
Yeah, you can actually see it. I zoomed in and I still didn't realize it, y'all. That's the funny part. Like, I didn't realize till like halfway through this song that it was actually lifting. I'm just like, oh, look at the guys. Now, like, I'm trying to take all of it in because it's so mesmerizing. Looking around, and like, oh, this is super cool. This is super cool. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, they're elevated. They're at
We're like, oh, we're going up? And then you were like, oh my God, they're up. Like, you literally
Yeah.
tapped me and you were like, do you see that? And I was like, huh, what? Oh, yeah.
So a couple interesting things I wanted to see if it's there. Brian seems to be moving more than he was tonight. Tonight he was actually braced completely in and did not move from his. He has like a 4-post. All of them have a single pole and they're tied to. He actually has like almost like a half square.
Yeah, he
that
has like a
holds
brace.
onto. Yeah. So I don't know if he's afraid of heights.
I would want a full brace if I were.
No judgment here. But
Like,
yeah, okay, so
yeah,
he does have it
yeah.
because you can see him holding onto it. He does not move from that position.
He doesn't
The other
like
ones
it.
move around, but he does not move at all.
And
Like,
I don't blame him because I don't think I would move around either. We've done top of the sphere before. We've done a lot of height things, and I find that I like to hold on to things.
So Nick is the one that moves around the most.
Yes.
Just he clearly loves it. And it kind of looks like, I think it's Howie next to him. He moves a little bit too.
Kevin's
But,
all the way on the other end.
Brian does not move at all.
Tonight, I felt like they were almost eye level with me.
Yeah. Yeah, they go about up to the 200s. So that's about as high as they go. Now this is cool. Like, it's just indefinite. People don't even pay attention to that, I feel like.
Everybody was so starstruck by the fact that they were up. And don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, that was really cool to see them
Agree.
like that. But,
And you can see the 4 latches. So there's 4 latches that come out of the ceiling. They're the big black pieces behind them. That is what is lifting the stage up. But yeah, it's cool. And now we're like in the spaceship. They're floating in the middle. And it's weird because the picture kind of adjusts so that they go to the middle. They kind of like go too high and then it comes back down a little bit. Very cool. Very, very cool. I mean,
I think this was probably outside of the Pandora one. I felt after seeing it again tonight, this was like one of my second favorite visuals because they are so close.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Mine will be at the end. Mine's the last one. And we'll talk about that when we get there. Mine was my second favorite. But then we got some more laser beams. They love them laser beams. And then they stay up there for actually 2 songs. So once they get up there, they do a second song up there. And kind of like, jam out. But this is right when people started standing the first night.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Those are live shots that they're interlaying on the footage. Which is funny because when they use the pre-recorded shots, sometimes their lips don't match up to the music. I noticed. Which I can't imagine how difficult it is. So.
But it is just absolutely crazy to like see them move visually with everything that's going around.
Yes. Like
it matches. It looks like they're just like on an elevator just coming with you.
Yeah, the spear is amazing. Amazing.
Now, I think the next song that they do is You're the one for me, you're my ecstasy.
Yep, and then it's all of them dancing. So those are pre-recorded shots of them, and that's all them. And then you get the AJ breakout. I think I captured that, where he dances. But that's basically all them just repeated over and over again.
Now, what's sick about this scene is when AJ does his part, he's up in the ceiling, which I think we have a shot of it.
Yeah, and the disco ball is the crowd. So they're showing the crowd in the disco ball, and then AJ comes over and then starts doing his little, humpy dance.
I couldn't look up for this scene. It made me a little dizzy for tonight's show, but it was so cool seeing it the first night.
Yeah, and definitely look up because the disco ball before that is actually showing pictures of the crowd, so you might be in the disco ball. And then it sort of slows down, just goes slowly back into the ground. And again, like we talked about, those are all pre-recorded scenes. So it's kind of weird that they're dancing differently on the stage than they are in the background. Alright, so this is the next song, and this is as they're wrapping up those wires, and they shoot up into the ceiling, into the moon. But you can see the red sun. It's got this dying civilization, which is interesting how they went from green and very woodsy to a dystopian almost planet where it's kind of collapsing.
I think this is the spike it up, pump it, and move it all around.
Yeah.
Here it is if you want to get with this. Put you at the top of my list.
Yeah.
I think that was this song.
And then you got the little orb thing that you're in the middle of at times, showing different things. And that's them, again, performing live from camera. So, like we talked about, it's kind of interesting how they interlace those two. And this is almost the end, y'all, because you can see people are starting to stand up.
And the planet's almost fully eclipsing.
Yeah. Now we got the call. Now something interesting we noticed, we did catch some phone numbers in here. I've been thinking about texting. There was a Las Vegas number that popped up, but it doesn't seem to be in this one. There it is. There's the Las Vegas number. Yeah, there's a Las Vegas number. There's some Orlando numbers you caught too.
Yeah, I caught a 407 number, but the one I see the most is the 702 number.
Yeah. And it's very Matrix-esque.
And the rest just seems like data points. But you do see a Las Vegas number over and over and over again, and I don't know what that number goes to, and I don't know if anybody's actually caught on to it. Because I haven't seen anybody talk about it. And right at the very end, I saw a 407 number, which is Orlando.
Might try texting it later, so definitely check out our TikTok. Lostgirlintomorrowland. We'll probably do a short.
New number, who dis?
Who dis? Again, a little more the call text and.
What if it opens a secret adventure, and they're hey, congratulations, you found the code. See, there's a little bit of a 407 in the text this text.
Yep.
What if we win a special prize?
Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot.
So those are data points, but there's the 702 number.
Yeah.
702 data points. I wonder if they're
I don't know. We'll look it up after this. All right, so now we're at the last song, which is Everybody.
Everybody.
So everyone basically stood for this one, just so you know.
And they definitely brought back a really cool element from the Millennium album for this song, even though the song isn't on Millennium. They brought back the robots from the like larger than life video. They're a little bit different, but essentially you get the same feel of the robots from larger than life.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really cool aspect to kind of bring in to the show, and there I am standing.
Yeah, there's Nancy standing up.
I had to stand up for the last song, guys. I had to.
Because everybody... There's our neighbor right there during that show. Yeah, you can see them dancing on stage.
They also did the extended version where Nick sings the everybody, everywhere. Don't be afraid, don't have no fear. I can't sing.
So this is my second favorite one, in my opinion. I thought it works really well. It's very like vibrant, light, and the robot dancing's pretty cool.
Yep. This was what I was talking about, bringing back to the Millennium album.
So overall, what did you think of it?
I absolutely loved seeing the show again. It was really cool to take in even more of the visuals this time than the last time. And honestly, would I see it a third time? Yes. Yes, I would. What about you? What was your favorite?
I thought it was a great show. Yeah, as we talked about throughout, you know. I thought it was a really good show. It was really fun seeing them. It was nice being able to take a break from it and kind of like take it all in instead of trying to film it. But really good show.
I snapped a few pictures tonight. I tried my best to just stay off of my phone and just be in the moment. I just took a couple of cool candid shots that I thought were really cool.
Yeah.
Now, tips and tricks maybe for the show?
That they'll have to tune into TikTok. We're just on this. This is almost over. So this is kind of it. Everybody now they don't have an encore, so legit tip. There is no encore to this. And just so you know, it's pretty easy to get out of the Sphere. But if you're taking a Lyft or a ride share, head over to the Venetian. A lot easier to get out that way. After 2 nights, the ride share is ridiculously long at the end of the night.
Or you could be like us and book a driver.
Yeah, we got our Kaptyn, if you've watched our channel before. Yeah, see, the robots are really huge at this point, like really, really huge, and then they shrink them down again. Right back to where we began. Here's our limo home. It is a super stretch. Really cool. Well, that concludes our night at the Sphere.
Holy cow. I don't think that the video is going to do it justice, first of all. It's just not. The visuals that are in front of you are out of this world. Like it's 8K, 10K, something like that.
It said it's 10K.
Honestly, I felt like in parts that we were like, like you feel like you're moving because of how the screen moves and how the shots are. The haptics in the chairs, like the vibrations that you feel, the speakers, like 10 out of 10. If you're on the fence about going or you're just really excited and want to know if it's going to be worth it, it is 100%.
Yeah, great experience. Sometimes you actually forget they're performing in front of you because there's just so much. There's so much going on. It's so amazing, and just seeing everything. Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime venue. If you want to see something at the Sphere, I would definitely recommend it. It is absolutely amazing. The songs were good. Had a great time. Getting in and out, super easy. Definitely consider going with Kaptyn and getting yourself a ride share that way because those are amazing.
Yeah, the line of people that we passed was at least, 200 people deep waiting for an Uber. You're going to be out there for at least an hour and a half. So if you have the ability to, we're not sponsored by them, but we have used Kaptyn several times and we're not gatekeepers. And if you are looking for transportation to and from your hotel, or even if you live here, get a Kaptyn with a K.
And a couple legit tips. If you're stuck doing Uber or Lyft, head over to the Venetian. There's a walkway in between the two. It's easier, from what I understand, to get a Uber over there. And the other one is, if you want to stand during the concert, totally up to you. I'm not saying you should, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but if you do stand, you lose the haptics in the seat, and there are speakers in the seat too to amplify the sound. So you definitely get a different experience from standing, and just know it's just different.
Yeah, it's not a bad experience. You're just not going to feel it shake as intensely as you would if you were sitting.
And I feel like you won't feel like the drops and stuff. Like there are times where you feel like you're on a roller coaster almost and you're going down. It was honestly amazing. Can't speak highly enough. Definitely worth it.
Like grinning from ear to ear the whole show. Just like excited to see like what are we going to do next? What are we going to see next? What's going to happen next? Like it was just, it kept me on the edge of my seat.
So if you like this video, please take a moment and give us a thumbs up.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get y'all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth.
And we also got candy. We got friendship bracelets.
I don't think those are candy, but they are friendship bracelets. Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
We just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, would you please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps us reach a wider audience and helps our channel grow even further. To those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, we just wanted to say a huge thank you for always being there and supporting our channel. We cannot wait to take you guys on our next adventure, so we'll see you guys in the next one.